wow, interesting things are happening in the crypto market right now that point to a turnaround in the next couple of weeks. Hey everyone, it's a Patient Hodler coming at you with another quick market update video. If you enjoy these quick market updates, then smash up the like button please, and let's talk about what is going on in this crypto market right now. So what we see right now is that the Fed has not lowered the interest rate as expected, but on the other side they have given some reason why. One has to do with the tariffs of the current administration, and they said that uncertainty is high and they want to see and filter right now first what is actually going to happen, and for that they are going to hold the rate until this uncertainty has gone a little bit. And the other side is that they are seeing a stagflation in the economy, meaning that the unemployment rate is going up, the inflation rate is not coming down, but overall there's also a weak economy with low demand, and that is basically the definition of the stagflation. So they have to do something about it, and that basically means stimulus is coming, but not just now, not right now. The only thing that could be seen here as stimulus is that they have announced that they are scaling back their quantitative tightening a little bit more by releasing more bonds from their balance sheet. So basically Fed Chair Powell is looking at Trump and says, hey, do you want to maybe stop these tariffs so that those are not contributing to inflation? Because according to some people, these tariffs that are placed on several goods obviously then increase the price, and if the price increases, that automatically increases the inflation. On the other side, we've already discussed that probably the tariffs are not there to be the tariffs on the long run, but rather as a leverage instrument to force opponents in several countries into better contracts or more favorable contracts and policies for the US. So that is one of the reasons why these rates are not coming down just yet. But once they are coming down, what will be then the scenario? Well, the question is, what goes alongside with it? Do they rate cut because of trouble in the economy, so emergency meeting? Or do they just cut the rates because they see that inflation is coming down a little bit more, and at the same time a stimulus in form of money printing is rolling into the economy? If it's the first emergency meeting, we could see another crash, because then something in the economy breaks first to then have the emergency meeting, the rate cut on emergency and the money printing on emergency, just so we had seen during the earlier part of the C crisis, right? But if that is not happening, then it could be actually that there is a stimulus wave just hitting the markets and the markets climbing from there. A little bit similar like in 2017 for the crypto market. So what are the big actors doing here, if that is the question and we don't really know what's going to happen? Big fat red in a couple of weeks because of emergency meetings, or because of crash and then emergency meetings, or slowly creeping up green? Well, BlackRock just had another part of inflows after a longer period of outflows. If you see here, they just accumulated 2,600 Bitcoin. In general, the whales have accumulated over 14 billion worth of Bitcoin. So the big players in the market are accumulating while the retail guys are fearful. Not you maybe, but many other people are fearful and selling off because they think the top might be already in. But I think there's something else to look out for, and that is, what is the policy of this government in the US regarding crypto, and what are their advisors saying? I will leave you here with the video of Bo Hines talking about the strategic Bitcoin reserve. He is the head of the advisory council for digital assets to this government. So let's take a good sip of morning coffee and watch this here.
We delivered on the president's promises that he made on the campaign trail. The president was adamant about creating the SBR. We wanted to make sure that we did it right in a way that respected Bitcoin for being so unique, and also gave credence to innovation in other spaces of the digital asset world. So, for us here, we look at Bitcoin, it's not a security, it's a commodity. It has intrinsic stored value that's traditionally accepted. It has, as David likes to describe, the immaculate conception. There's no issuer. And that's why, as you saw in the executive order, we compared this to digital gold. It's something that's imperative for the United States to have, retain, continue to build on. And I think that's worth pointing out that the way that this is constructed, we talked about ways of acquiring more Bitcoin in budget-neutral ways that won't cost the taxpayer a dime. And what I like to say about this president, I think it's high time that our president started accumulating assets for the American people, which is what President Trump is doing, rather than taking it away. And I think that's one thing that we really wanted to make clear in this executive order, and we're looking forward to working with our partners at Treasury and the Secretary of Commerce in order to find those budget-neutral ways in which we can acquire more. I've been asked all the time, it's like, how much do you want? And I said, well, that's like asking a country, how much gold do you want, right? I mean, as much as we can get. I mean, as much as we can get. I mean, as much as we can get.